The genesis of TCAD was the fact that when it was first conceived of, the rest of the Western world, including our former colonial masters, had already written Africa off as a hopeless continent. So Japan, that has never colonized any part of Africa, decided to come forward and organize this technical Tokyo International Conference on Africa Development. And as a result, 20 years on, Africa has benefited a lot from Japan. And remember that Japan is one of the few countries, in fact maybe Japan is the only country that will assist you without preconditions or interfering in your internal matters. So the amount of money pledged by Japan this time around is more than what the entire Western Hemisphere, our former colonial masters, would ever pledge in a billion years. So Japan has never colonized any African country, but they have shown more interest and more respect for Africa than our former colonial masters. So it is a very important meeting, and I cannot tell you offhand the amount of money pledged by Japan, but as journalists you should be able to know it, but it's a lot of money. And of course also looking at the just concluded 50th anniversary of the OAU-AU. This is the Golden Jubilee. And how many of our former colonial masters attended at the heads of state level? None, except France. That tells a lot. So don't tell me, oh, we are with Africa. It's only lip service. All what they're interested in is to exploit us. And Japan is saying, we will work with you to make sure that you develop your potential, and we will help you along the way. As far as I know, no Western leader has ever made that sort of pledge without telling you about democracy and human rights, when they are the least democratic.
Your Excellency, in your speech, you spoke about the need for Japan to invest on the continent, especially the Gambia, that the environment is conducive. Can you elaborate more on this?
Well, what I said is that even in the remotest village in Africa, let me, for example, take from this Fulham come. The camera is Japanese made. All the electronic, your cameras, everything that is utilized, all these things are made in Japan. But they are not being sold by Japanese companies. And one problem we have here is that if your camera has a problem, you don't have a Sony after-sales service station. So what I was telling them is that instead of Africans buying Japanese goods through Western companies that overcharge us for nothing but to sell to us, it's better that Japanese companies themselves, Sony, JVC and others, establish in Africa and sell their products directly to Africans. Because all what the European companies are doing is just add commission, which is not necessary. Now, let's take all the vehicles that are being sold here. Let's take Toyota, for example. Obviously, whoever is selling it is putting up a commission for himself. And there's no rule to regulate how much commission should be put there. I will tell you one example. Either a Toyota, a Nissan, or Mitsubishi, the price here can get to 3 of that outside of the country. So it just tells you how unfortunate it is that people that are not Japanese are selling Japanese products to the detriment of Africa. And how many of these dealers are also African? That is the other question. So what I emphasized was the fact that Japan has helped Africa a lot, and rather allow these Western locals to come and exploit us. They have the technology in agro-processing, they have the technology for oil and gas exploration and mineral extraction. We want to see Japanese companies going to joint ventures with African government for the exploitation of our natural resources. That's what I said.
Yes.
Thank you. Thank you.
Tell me you feeling ya, hold up. Hey, you turn me on, really truly, you turn me on. Hey, you loving me, it's crazy. You turn me on, you really turn me on. Girl, you got a feeling.